Hello, Collective. So I'm here with the astrology of the week. This is from May 26th through June 1st. Um, very, very great energy. First of all, we start off the entire week with an amazing moon that can help you really manifest your desires. The energy starting this cycle is kind of like, let's do this, let's get things done, opportunities, networking, growing, expanding, opening doors, and things that you didn't even know you had the potential to open doors in. All right. Now, one thing I do have to tell you is that energy is fluid. The opportunities are like doors that the universe are lining up with the stars that open opportunities and expansion and things for you. You still need to walk through the door. You still need to do the work. You need to still take on the responsibilities and the occupations so that you can be able to obtain those goals. But the potential for that dream to manifest itself is amplified this week. So I hope you take advantage of it. As always, if you want to go directly to the days of the week, the description part below has the link to every single timestamp of the days of the week. Secondly, if you're interested in an appointment with me, if you're ready to change your frequency, get answers, move forward in your life, you can do it through my website. It's in the link below. It's the only way you can book up an appointment with me. I hope to see you soon. Let's start. So let's talk about this new moon. The new moon is on the 26th, Monday, and it is in the sign of Gemini. There's also Mercury in Gemini and a sextile in Neptune in Aries. So Mercury in Gemini is all about networking, connections, phone communication, online, all kinds of stuff. It's kind of like, I want to say, the World Wide Web, right? Creating this desire to connect in different ways, shapes, forms, dimensions, directions. Now, the sextile, like I told you before, is kind of like this big safety net where there's a lot of connections that can amplify this networking energy. And in Neptune in Aries is kind of one of those things where you're connecting to your subconscious self, you're connecting to the higher planes of existence, you're connecting to, I want to say, the dormant self. And it has this energy of Aries. So the dormant self has a lot of fire that is being pushing through to create these networks. What does that mean? That means that if you do some kind of ritual this day that has to do with clarity, to bring forth a desire that you have a job, a person, place, thing, energy, and you focus on it very intently. Now, this does mean that you would need to have strong focus on what it is that you're trying to manifest, right? You're not going to allow anything to distract you, anything to tell you you're less than. This energy can propel you to that desire in which you want. So I would this day take a moment, a very long moment, to connect to the spiritual realm, to do some kind of ritual to connect to them, to tell them what it is that you desire, what part you're going to play in it. And that's very important, what part you will be playing in this manifestation, because it's not about them only, it's about you too. And then kind of start making that projection into your future. Very expansive, very amazing. And I hope you use it for your greatest good. Now let's talk about this 27th. On the 27th, which is Tuesday, Mercury is still in Gemini, which is important because, like I told you, that's networking, that's expanding in communication. That's like literally like connecting to that group, connecting to that organization, talking to certain people, especially in the spiritual plane, to get things done. Now it does a trine, which is, that arrow, that arrow head, right? Which is a triangulation of energy with Pluto in Aquarius. So Pluto in Aquarius is this energy of being able to push forth your true version, who you really are. And one of the things with this new moon is in this beginning of this energy of who am I? Let me manifest this person. Let me create this person into existence. What do I have to do to be that person, which I know that I am? And so with this Pluto Aquarius in Aquarius energy, the communications that you're doing is literally demonstrating more into the world of who you really are. I'm not the nice, naive person. I am the fierce warrior that will cut off the head of a person if they're doing me wrong. I am the go-getter. I am the leader. I am the expander. I am the life force of this world. And if somebody tries to stop me, I will bulldoze them out of the way, right? So it's kind of that energy, projecting it outwardly. knowing what it is that you need to do to make that happen, like kind of manifesting in many different ways this energy that you have started to manifest the day prior. So I'm telling you, just use this energy. Just the smallest thing can go a crazy long way because of the expansive energy of this week. If you take advantage of it, oh my God, how many places you can go, right? But if you slow down and you're like, no, I can't, no, tomorrow, no, I'm not ready, you know, opportunities like this come as a portal to move you forward, but still, you have to take the door. You have to take the action. You have to put your part in it. This isn't like, okay, the opportunity's there. It's just a magical genie that's going to bring me my wish. That's not how it is. But if you take advantage of it, oh my gosh, what you can obtain. So now the 28th. And in the 28th, the moon will still be in Gemini. So this entire time the moon's in Gemini, right? And it's going to create a conjunction, which is like conjunction junction, what's your function? It's kind of connecting to the energy of Jupiter and Gemini. Jupiter is the energy of expansion, it's the energy of good luck, it's the energy of creation. It's very linked to the energy of Sagittarius, which is the counterpart of Gemini and the wheel of the astrology, right? It's the exact opposite of it. So it's kind of one of those things where you are being gifted the opportunities and the influence, the energy to be able to expand the reality that you started on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So like, you're kind of like, it feels like the different stages of an explosion, right? It's first the ignition, and then it's like expanding and expanding and expanding. This is what this is doing for us. Okay. So use it positively. Also, keep in mind that Jupiter is amazing. It's humongous. It's gigantic. It's like it takes up a lot of room. But at times, it has a way of making us overextend ourselves, making us think that we can do more than we can. So, just be conscious of that fact that you don't overextend yourself when you're trying to create that success, because you are trying to create fluidity in that success where you're able to maintain it. So make it manageable. Oh my God, I can't even say that word. Bite sizes for you to be able to make that happen for a long time. All right. Thursday, the 29th, the last day that we will have the influence of this new moon. And what we have here is the moon moving into Cancer. Moon moving into Cancer makes you focus on the foundational relationships that you have that establish your core, I want to say tower, right? The basement of the tower, the foundation of your tower. Towers are what we create as, I want to say, your spinal cord, the thing that makes you feel stable. So if you were thinking about chakra centers, the Cancer energy would be located in your root chakra, the foundational energy of your entire spinal cord system, right? Where everything like grounds down to the ground. And so this day now is when you're going to start becoming a little bit more grounded, and you're going to start looking at the people that are around you, the connections you have, and the relationships you have with them. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be your romantic relationship. It can also be your family, your friend groups, and your platonic relationships. And what you're going to be looking at how these energies are aligned with you to help you grow, and how they potentially can hold you back. So this is more of a contemplative energy on Thursday, where you're like, I've been growing, I've been expanding, this is my idea, it's getting bigger, bigger, bigger. And then now let's see how the life that I have already, my foundational relationships, the core things in my life, make sense to what I'm trying to create. Okay, this is the preparation to a lot of shifts that are going to be taking place on the month of June. So be very mindful during this time. It can be very emotionally turbulent because Cancer has a big emotional turbulence to it. So it's a lot of movement. So you can be very mindful of how you proceed forward, because sometimes we can be too harsh or we can move too quickly, and sometimes we're moving too slow and we're trying to ignore red flags. Okay, so this is like knowing the balance between the two. So let's move on. Now we're moving into Friday the 30th. The moon is entering Leo as the sun is still in Gemini, and it creates a conjunction in Mercury in Gemini. The moon entering Leo makes you a little bit more fierce, right? You are in that energy of the lion where you're confronting your demons, you're confronting the things that cause fear inside of you. You're being a little bit more ego driven, which is good. Again, I don't believe the ego is bad. I think everything in excess is bad. If your ego overpowers your energy, it's bad. But if it's used in a very balanced way, very good. So your ego is presenting itself, while Gemini, the duality of within yourself is coming to the spotlight. And there's this conjunction with Mercury and Gemini. Again, a lot of networking and communication. You will be very talkative this day. Some of the things that you will be discussing are driven with a lot of passion because of the energy of Leo, but some of the things are just being very open about like where you're going in your life, what you're thinking about doing, blah blah blah. So in this energy, in contrast to the beginning of the week where the Gemini and Mercury energy together were creating networks, this one feels more along the lines of you vocalizing what you're going to be creating. So this can be talking to the right people to make this happen. This can be talking to family members about what you would need from them to help you obtain this goal, or with a partner. Um, just being more centered as to what it is that you're going to be doing going forward. So this conversation is more a dialogue with the resources that you have around you via people that will help you in manifesting your goals. Okay? I hope you understand. So now we're moving to Saturday, and Saturday is the 31st. We have the moon still in Leo, but now it creates a sextile in in Mercury and Gemini. I love sextiles because it's a big net, like casting your big net, creating big networks, creating expansion of your energy. This is a continuation of the energy from Saturday, because all it is really getting out there, getting communication that you need. Also, the difference between Saturday and Sunday is that I'm feeling more along the lines on Friday and Saturday. Sorry, I'm having my cables are being twisted. Fridays and Saturday is that while Friday is one of those energies where you're communicating, Saturday is the day where you might be receiving good news, receiving like information and guidance that you need to be able to move forward. So this feels more along the lines of, you've put things in action, you've sent out resumes, you called people, you're trying to get networking in all different ways so that you can create that life that you're thinking about wanting to create. And then here's when you start receiving phone call backs and emails back and resources back to try to um, start getting the ball rolling in that manifestation. So expect news, um, expect shifts, and expect growth. Okay, I hope this helps you. And let's go to the next day. So now we go into Sunday, the end of the week, and we go into the beginning of June. Every beginning of a month, I usually like to do things that bring in positive movement in my life. So be very proactive about calling into existence something that can help you for your greatest good in June 1st. There's some people that like to throw cinnamon on their doors or do things that bring a new fresh air into your life. So, that being said, June 1st, the moon will be still in Leo, and now it's going to create a trine in Venus and Aries. Now, I don't know how Venus and Aries played out for you last week, but Venus and Aries creates an energy of passion, drive, ambition, strength. And we have Aries and Leo together, which are two fire signs connected to the energy of passion. This can make you very driven, very passionate, very alluring, very, like, I want to say spontaneous, where you're drawing attention to yourself, right? Um, but it can also overexert itself where you're being a little bit too assertive, too aggressive, too passionate, that might push things away. So being mindful if you're starting to get a little heated or a little overly I want to say dramatic. It might be more the influence of the signs than it is the influence of yourself. So if you're finding yourself being like that on Sunday, check yourself, because it's not you, it's the energy. So this energy can really, really help you move forward, but it can also hold you back if you have very unhealthy patterns. So if there's addiction problems, or if there's emotional problems you haven't dealt with or whatever, this can actually stir the pot a little bit more. So be very mindful how you balance this energy. But besides that, this energy can definitely move you and propel you forward, and it can make you very alluring to everyone because the passion inside of you is ignited. So, a very amazing week to be able to create the life that you want. Just, I hope you guys channel it in a way that is productive, that is growth, that is expansion, and that can bring you the life that you would like, not amplify the things that are distracting and out of proportion in your life. All right. I hope this helps.